Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. It's Teaspoon Retro. I'm your host, Teaspoon, and I've got another foodie video for you. A hoax exposed live. Let's get into it, shall we?
Hello, foodie beauties.
So I just want to show you a non-scale victory. If you look at the comparison pictures from a previous video, I used to have to wear an underslip, a long underslip with this shirt, and now I actually no longer have to. It actually covers a lot more of my, I guess, lower belly area.
Worried about your weight and not living a life. Like, why? Like, F off. I thought I was vile. Why are people like, you know what I mean? Like, get a life. Tracy, she's fat. That's what fucking pisses me off about these idiots. Every single fat ass person on the internet is coming for me about my weight and what I eat. Like, worry about your own calories. Like, I don't get it. It's so stupid. Hey, bear. I can't. Like, I'm down in weight. I'm down in inches. My blood sugars are like fine. Like, people are stupid. Like, worry about your own life. The level of obsession these people have with me is not sane. Okay? Not sane. I'm just telling you. That's it. That's all you gotta know. You need medication. You need help. Hey, Rylan. Yeah. People think that it's like, you're good. Like, do you know how long it took me to put on this weight? It's gonna take a long time to take it off. Okay? Like, worry about your own methods and whatever. Like, I've said a million times, I'm not depriving myself. I'm not cutting out food groups. I'm not going to completely eliminate. You know what I mean? Like, eating a pita pizza is a hell of a lot better than eating a whole large pizza from Domino's. If you can't see those little changes, I don't give a shit. But leave my friggin' mods alone. Leave my people alone. They worry about their own life. That's why they're decent people. They're not psychotic.
Your mods are decent people. Can we please talk about Teardrop then? And how she allowed her dog to eat newborn kittens. Can we talk about that? Is that the standard of a decent person, is it? Well, you know, foodie, this is why you're never going to be successful at weight loss. Because you won't make the changes necessary to achieve weight loss.
I don't care what it's the hypocrisy in Gore World that makes me pissed off. It's so weird. I've never in my life had so many parasites stuck up my ass. Like, I don't get it. Like, it's odd.
Well, Chantal, you're one to talk about hypocrisy, aren't you? You berate others for coming after you about your weight, but then you go after others based on their weight. And you go after other people based on their looks. So you have an argument with Shani over whose litter box was the dirtiest when you're both vile animal abusers. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It really is. If anybody's the hypocrite, it's you.
Yeah, surely, girl. Yeah, that would ever happen. Considering I would rather die than ever be face to face with that swordfish ever again in my life, never gonna happen.
Oh, come on. If Nader crooked his little finger tomorrow, you'd go running back to Canada so fast your feet wouldn't touch the floor. Nah, you've been going on about him all this time. You're still obsessed with the guy. You'd go back to him at the drop of a hat. You really would.
All right, Tracy? Hey, Puffin. Every raptor has more skeleton. Exactly. Hey, Amber Chick. Belle, I don't know, but it's insane. Like, get a life. People can be crazy sometimes, right, UCP? Sorry to interrupt your rage. We're gonna watch a movie soon. That's why I'm going live. Excuse me. Hi, Lois. Hey, Jason. Trixie. Hey, welcome to my report, Beezers, Trixie. Ready to set bees? I know you're a beezer at heart. Hey, Camel Toe. Yeah, well, Gabriel, that's how the world works, I guess. Have you heard of the Johnny Somali drama? Yes, he's such a douchebag. He pisses me off, too. Right, Neil? I mean, come on, anyone with a brain. Anyone with a brain. That's the difference between beezers and zombies. Beezers have brains. Beezers have... Should I make merch and put that on a t-shirt? Beezers have brains. The bakery in Wufra was a food bank. Shut up! Can you give Bali Lee a shout out? Happy birthday. Hey, Vanessa. Yeah, it's a food bank. You're right. Like, it's literally, it's a pie. It's a bakery. Like, what? Is there a food bank bakery that you know of anywhere? Him calling me a creature? Have you seen him? He looks like literally a zombie, a corpse. He looks like he's buried in the pyramids somewhere and they need to uncover his body with an archaeological dig. It doesn't hurt my feelings, trust me. I cracked out at 4 a.m. every day talking. They're still talking about us. What the frick? Babe, did you hear that? If you're watching, I don't know. The Crypt Keeper. Yeah. Exactly. Remember how the Crypt Keeper talked? I'm coming to wipe your ass, Annie. Nina Bachelor, we have dog killers calling you a bad pet owner. We have PDF file defenders calling you one. We have cameraless voices talking about your looks sad. Nina, I'm telling you, when I say beezers have brains, you do. Thank you, Nina, for the super chat. Thank you, thank you.
No, Foodie, what you have are deluded people like yourselves that just suck up everything that you tell them and believe everything you tell them. And I doubt any one of them is capable of an original thought all by themselves.
Time Boozin was on camera was to show Isaac guess for beef and chicken. Oh, I wasn't thinking about that when I read it. Okay, by the way, Julia is out of heat. So, well, mostly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she is. So, we scheduled for the next available
Foodie, she's either in heat or out of heat. Which one is it?
appointment, which, thank goodness, is not far down the line. Sunday. She will be spayed.
Oh, another fictional vet appointment on a Sunday. Ah. All right. Okay. And I think I can guess what probably happened. Something weird's gonna come up and, oh no, we can't get Julia spayed. She's back in heat again, guys. And if you're daft enough to try and play that one off for yet another time, for a second time, then I guess we can confirm that you've never got any intention of getting her spayed. If you've got no intention of getting her spayed, just say it. Just say, no guys, I'm not getting Julia spayed. Shut up about it. End of, you know. But we'll see. We'll see. We want proof she's been spayed, Foodie. You realise that, don't you? Because we're not going to shut up going on about it otherwise.
Oh yeah. You can't get lettuce here. And prove it, loser. If that's the case, then you're smoking illegal meth. It's obvious. If you're reacting to someone's behavior, you shouldn't have to cam up. If you're going for looks, it's
Love, you smoked meth as well, so you can't say anything to anybody. And haven't you recently come back from a vacation in Thailand where you spent 90% of it absolutely out of your box?
cowardly not to. Yeah, exactly. If you're like, you know, yeah, exactly. Except if you're going to compare yourself and say, well, I'm going to do a diet and I'm doing really awesome. You don't show yourself. What the hell? People are stupid to just believe that. Tracy.
Says the woman who forgot to turn off the skinny filters the other day and came to a live stream looking like Stretch Armstrong's sister.
Now everyone can find something else to talk about. Anyway, aren't they? Their channels, they're ban evading, so I would shut up if I were you. I'm from Romania. It's 8 p.m. I think it's the same time. Yes. Well, Lorena, it's 8:50. What about you?
I'm not ban evading. FFG's not ban evading. Nobody's Life, she's not ban evading. There's no reactors I know of that are ban evading. We don't go around breaking TOS every 5 minutes like you do, so we don't live in fear of being banned.
Can you get a cherry? Oh, a cherry. A cherry. No, you can't. Bree's absolutely disgusting. Suggesting that Scylla would do that to animals. Jennifer is a disgusting woman who neglects her biracial daughter. Yeah, we don't give.
Yeah, no, you can't get crappy Temu cars in America. No, with their safety record, they wouldn't be allowed in America.
Do you talk about politics? Not really, Jason. Kind of talk about everything, but I just don't pay attention enough to politics. You know. Why did you sell the OG one? I don't know. It's old. I mean, I'm not going to be probably going back for a while anyway. Even to visit, you know. What's on the menu? I'm not eating anything right now. I'm done eating. We ordered our dinner.
That eye, that left eye is going smaller and smaller. It's becoming more and more obvious, Foodie.
I'm not gonna tell you what it was because it's just gonna be content for haters, and they're gonna be all over Twitter talking about what I ate. They're gonna be counting the calories. They're gonna be messaging my mods. No, no thanks.
Yes, Chantal, but if you put it on here, if you bring it to the platform, then you've chosen to make content out of it because you're monetizing it. So then people are going to have comments about it. Like when you show us Julia, we're going to have comments about Julia, and you can't get mad about that because you've chosen to bring that to the internet.
Oh, okay, Tattoo Beauty. Which child did I talk about, loser? Threaten me? You think I'm scared of anybody? If somebody threatened to come to my home to Canada with a gun, but they probably have a criminal record and can't cross the border. Hey, Jonah Fork. Riley and Arlette. Welcome to Very Important Media. I'm waiting. My address is probably out there. Come to my house. Come. I'll wipe my ass with you.
And doesn't she seem obsessed lately with wiping her ass with things or with people? Becoming rather aggressive, Chantal. Is Salah being aggressive towards you? Because we all know, Chantal, that you tend to take on the personality traits of the men that you're with, and you've become rather aggressive of late in your rhetoric. So this aggression, is it coming from Salah? And you're just sort of parroting it?
Oh, you stink. You smell like the laundry basket. Say hi to everybody.
Oh. Oh.
Hi, baby. Oh.
Chantal, she doesn't want to be picked up, and she's trying to escape madly. If ever a look on a cat's face could communicate 1,000 words, it would be that look on Julia's face when you lifted her up to the camera, and it simply said,
Help.
Talking about parenting when it's put online, you know, versus mentioning someone's kid by name, talking about them, is very different. I really don't know how much of a tard you have to be to realize that, but you're really clearly not grasping it. Hey, SB.
oh, hang on now. Now we're using abbreviations of certain words. You do realise that saying the last half of that word, or saying the first letter of that word, is the same as saying that word, don't you? You can't get around it that way, Chantal. Wonder if YouTube will let you get round it.
Just like people comment on my cat parenting, fair game. Fair game. People do it to me all the time, YouTube lover. People abortion shame, people dissect every little thing about my pet ownership and call me a bad pet owner. So if you do that to me and you put your information out there, like there's tons of live streams and videos of your kid being kicked or beaten by, and the person going to jail, I have a right to talk about that. 100%. Go cry in a corner. No one cares. You're trash.
Yes, of course you can comment on it and are going to comment on something like that. I mean, anybody would when it comes to the mistreatment of children, should I say. Conversely, though, what you continuously forget when you fly into one of your rages is that anything you put up on the internet is going to be fair game as well. So your very, very shoddy pet parenting, and that's putting it mildly, your meals, the mukbangs that you present on camera, the vlogs, Salah's renditions of Crazy Frog, so anything you put up on there is fair game. So you have to remember that.
Yeah, Bailey, right? There's a lot of stray cats here too. Don't listen to dumb people. Yeah. Cry in a corner and sit and spin.
Chantal acknowledges that there are many, many strays in Kuwait, yet still wanted to breed her cat. Yeah, let that one sink in.
Shane is in fact an actual child abuser. It's a fact, and there are plenty of receipts and documentation. Exactly. If people want to support that, go for it. You look hella dumb, but there's people who are so like, they get so like eager and like, ooh, somebody else is hating on Foodie Beauty. We're going to encourage that. Talk to yourselves. No one gives a shit. Hey, Karen.
Not one person, not one reactor has come out in support of Shani. Nobody. Absolutely no one. So it's not a case of, oh, look, this person's hating on Chantal. We'll all go and jump in with her. No. Absolutely not. No. We've all acknowledged, all the reactors have acknowledged that Shani and Rev are POSs. Yeah? Chantal, you and Shani are like the same person. You're both utterly reprehensible, vile people. Absolutely. Utterly irredeemable in my eyes. So, there you go. That's my opinion on record. Okay? You're both as bad as each other.
Turn on you. She came for me in a passive-aggressive community about my cat, like about my cat. And people came in the chat and were like, you know, she wrote this about you, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, really, you know? And I always was just like, let them to keep the peace. I don't know. I was just like, whatever. I wasn't friends with them. You saw in the messages I posted, like, I never, like, I barely responded to them on Cameo, maybe a couple times, a lot of the time unanswered. And then, you know,
I could probably tell you the exact moment that she turned on Shani was when Shani stopped giving her huge super chats and their relationship was no longer financially viable. That's when Chantal fell out with Shani, when Shani was no longer useful to her.
I always secretly thought they were like pieces of, like, they were weird, like always preaching about things, like in a, you know, like TV evangelists, the crazy, like, zealous people that, like, in the name of Jesus, like that. He was like total Otis, psycho. And like, I comment on like, you're not going to talk about me. I wouldn't talk about anyone's parenting, like pets or not. Like, if you see somebody went through their house, her litter box was like covered in shit. Like, not just a few turds, which is bad to leave even a few turds, okay? It happens. Full of shit, it was leaking out of the box. That's abusive. That's neglect. That's disgusting. And then
it's not often I say I agree with Chantal, but absolutely, I agree. That litter box was absolutely disgusting. You know, absolutely vile. But Chantal, the villa litter box was really no better, because your cats were having to pee and poop everywhere else around the villa. You know, and you can say, oh, it was Pete's job. That's no excuse. So you mean to say that you'd walk past the litter box, see it hadn't been emptied, and just thought, nah, not my job, and walked on? That makes it even worse, doesn't it? The fact that you could just look at it every day and the growing state of it and say, nah, not my job, not gonna do it.
her crypt keeper looking friggin' douchebag of a boyfriend was arrested and served time because he beat her son. And she has the nerve to be like, I'm a mama bear. You're a bear, but you ain't no mama. Disgusting humans. So I was saying, like, you're worse than me. Why are you making passive-aggressive, sanctimonious friggin' posts about trying to educate anybody on cat care? You know, calling yourself a cat expert. I was like, excuse me, ma'am, did you see the litter box? Yeah, real. That's like, there's literal receipts of, like, that's evidence. That was on the internet. That's not me pulling it out of my big, you know? So I mentioned that in...
Just like the months and months of BBJ's neglect, Sam's neglect, Timbit's neglect, that's all up on camera, on video evidence. It's all documented. There's vet records that detail the shocking state of BBJ when she was rescued from your care. So you can't argue these points. You're going to try and argue these points, but the evidence is irrefutable. It's there. It's incontrovertible. You can't argue it.
Return for her post about me. And of course, like every other person, they go and make reactions about me. They go and talk about things that makes them look like a big fat hypocrite. You know, and now they're using for views. Exactly. Yeah. They're taking advantage of the hate audience I have, which are stupid idiots, just like them, willing to excuse child abuse and blatant hypocrisy of somebody who's literally like 600 pounds. Get on a scale and prove it that you're not. Can't even walk to a store. Can't walk to, when I walk to the cafe, could they do that? Could she do that? No. And she sits there on her fat high horse talking about my diet cycle. Are you kidding me? What? She was found in bed with a 15-year-old? Really? I never heard about that. That's what I'm saying. People act like I was BFFs with them. No. You know? That's like the old...
No, she wasn't BFFs with them. It was a purely transactional relationship. Just like every other relationship in her life is purely transactional. It's not really about what she can do for you. It's what can you do for me?
Only time I ever talked to them off the app was on Cameo and they paid for it. So if you pay me, I'll be nice to you. For 5 minutes. I'm just...
And there we have it, Beezers. That's genuinely what she thinks of all of you. If you pay me, I'll be nice to you. Otherwise, hit the road, Jack. And the Beezers, obviously, this goes straight over their heads. They can't see it, you know. That she only wants to know you if you can do something for her. Are you going to give her super chats? Are you going to continue to keep paying membership? Because the moment you can't pay membership, she'll call you out on it, just like she did with Kai Bella, when she shamed Kai Bella for not being able to afford the monthly membership. I mean, quite why anybody pays monthly membership on Chantal's channel is anybody's guess, because what are you paying for? It's not like she does any members only content. It's not like she offers any other little perks. There's nothing at all, because that would involve having to do some extra work and put some extra thought into the content you create. So she's not going to do that, of course. So there are no perks, there are no benefits to being a member. Woo! You can sit in her chat and you can talk to her. Fascinating.
She's gonna become famous. Yeah, I know. She sits there like, I saw your mama. She thinks she's all like a professional, you know? Like, hey, AM. Yeah, exactly, Storm. It's not worth it. That's what, like, I don't even know why people care.
Chantal says, oh, she thinks she's all professional. Says the woman who forgot to turn off the skinny filters and completely exposed herself as her using those said filters on live stream, when she also said she didn't use live filters. Oh, sorry, not that she didn't use live filters, that you couldn't use live filters on a live stream. She completely exposed herself when she said, you can't use filters on live stream, and then forgets to turn off said filters when she goes live. You mean that kind of professionalism? Is that the kind of YouTube professional you're talking about?
Instant potatoes are so good. The butter and herb ones. Betty Crocker. And you used to be able to buy them at the dollar store. So, Bachelor's pasta and sauce. We have that here, but we never had that in Canada. It's not bad. Yeah. Aldi. But listen to this.
I'm sitting and I'm watching Foodie's facial expressions, and what I've noticed is that when she's discussing food, she is in a state of near ecstasy.
Bring it on. Bring it on. We can rent a security team with guns. Why not? Like they do if you visit Yemen, remember, babe?
Oh, Salah, don't be silly. You can't afford to rent security. Everything has to go towards Foodie's food budget, don't you know?
We're watching this vlog of this guy, this travel vlogger. This is what we aspire to do, like just travel around. But he does like danger traveling, even though the people look super nice in Yemen, and I don't see any. There's unrest, there's political unrest, and you have to have a security team when you travel to Yemen. So he has this guy who's like this tall. It's like a really short Yemeni guy. His gun is as tall as he is, and he follows this vlogger around with this huge gun. We need one of those. Yeah, thanks, Katie Rose. Welcome. Listen, everyone is welcome here. We usually have a good time. Sometimes I go off. I aim not to, but it doesn't always work. Rarely ever works.
What do you mean, sometimes you go off? You've been going off at the start of this stream. Alone.
Yeah, sometimes I go off. Well, nearly every day I go off, actually. What do you mean, selling us our food? What? No, I'm really sweet and nice to you. That should piss me off.
You're always going off on one, Foodie. You know, you'll put rage posts up and then take them down 10 minutes later because you've realised that if your channel gets yeeted, then Salah will shove you straight onto the first plane back to Canada. You know, you're always losing your temper. Always. Like I said, done it beginning of this stream alone. You know, I think the last 4 or 5 videos you've put out have been at least 40% ragey.
I have faith someday I will learn to just, greystone. What's it called where you like gray rock, where you don't show any emotion? And I'm nice to everybody. You're all welcome here. I give you a chance. If you're nice to me and you know, that's fine.
You're nice to everybody.
Babe, what is your medal for Kung Fu again? Black belt? No. Triple medal? I can't remember. He has a picture. Did you show the beezers that picture of you with all your medals? He showed me. That's hot. Paris Hilton. That's hot. I can't even do a Valley Girl voice. That's hot.
And of course, because only Foodie's seen them, this means it's actually true, guys.
I don't know what I would look like, but they look painful. How much does lip filler cost? And actually, yeah, whenever I put, like, thanks, Miss Lychee, this one is, like, really thin, but whenever I put the Too Faced Lip Plumper, it usually works, but it's not forever, you know? Oh, thanks, Storm. Your thank you sounded cute. Just fork one and blocked me. I had you, Dansha, aka Black Belt. Yes, babe. That's hot. A filler? It's so painful. You got one done, Sneaky Tea? It's expensive. How much expensive?
More than you'd want to spend, Foodie. And let's face it, you can't even allocate the money to get your cat spayed, let alone money for lip filler.
It hurts like a bee. You had it done, Becca? So they don't last forever? Like boob jobs? $700. Oh, to get your lips done, it's $700? I thought it was like $10,000. Or no, that's boob job. Your husband would be upset. Yeah, I don't think so. Babe, would you want me to get my lips bigger? What's a burpee? Hold on, I'll show you what I mean, okay? Okay. Ow! I hurt myself on the treadmill. I have too many coffee tables. Oh.
Babe, you're the fishy fish.
So you take this weight and you go like this. Is this a burpee? This hurts your stomach, your core muscles, and strengthens your back. Oh, this is 6 kgs. Oh, that felt good actually.
Hi, baby girl.
Oh, it's not a burpee? That's a deadlift? What's a burpee? Don't work out in a gym bath. This makes my head look really long when I do that. He didn't waste money. I do use it.
Salah said he's just ordered another sofa. It will come tomorrow. Another sofa? But you've already got more sofas than you have room for. That just seems mad to me. Salah, when Foodie was in Thailand, were you decorating those sofas like you decorated the blue sofas, Salah? Is that why you need another sofa? Or is it because Foodie's broke the sofa like she breaks so many other sofas?
Don't touch any other cats. If she goes into heat tomorrow or Saturday, I'm gonna lose it. If that happens, she's having babies. I'm sorry, but like, my God. Are you okay? Last time it took about 10 days for her to go back into heat, so hopefully it'll last.
Is Chantal subtly setting up Julia being pregnant here by saying if she goes into heat again, she's having babies?
So it's like the holy day here. You say holy in Islam? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Holy Quran, yeah. Take us to Gucci.
After nearly 2 years, has to ask. 2 years has to still ask questions like, is Friday a holy day in Islam? Tell us you know nothing about Islam by telling us you know nothing about Islam. Okay guys, that's gonna do it. A pretty long live to sit through. Started off with a bit of a rage and then just kind of descended into food talk and crazy frog. But I spared you the crazy frog at least. So everybody, thank you ever so much for coming along and watching this video with me. I really appreciate it. Like and subscribe and take care guys, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.